Welcome back to Let's Play Shadowrun. I actually just realized we didn't talk to Mr. Mersman here. Oh, this is the guy we spoke to him upstairs. Yes. Yes. Alright, let's... Ooh, items, yes. No bunks available. Welcome, yes, but there's... Oh, it's my stash. I like that. Nice. Good to know. And that arm is certainly on the table now. Make it quick. I need to operate. Thanks for helping me out back there. Looked like you could use a hand. Ouch, bad joke right now. Okay, folks, I'm gonna have to ask you to sit in the waiting area. Watch some trivet or something. This young lady and I have work to do. Mrs. Kubota never said what kind of cyber arm she'd pay for. I want something badass. Got one with a laser inside? You'll take what I give you, lady. Now let's have a look at your face. Leave it. Excuse me? Coyote. I earned this face by being stupid. I'm gonna keep it. End of story. Whatever you say, kid. Nighty-night. Jeez. That's a robotic arm. I kind of wish Paco was a permanent party member. I like Paco. He seems like a homie. Good morning. Thanks to the miracle of modern science, combined with Doc Castle's magical healing powers, I'm almost as good as new. Better, really. Can I talk to you for a few minutes, Coyote? About Sam? Sam Watts? What about him? He's dead. Holy dreck, Sam. I can't say I'm surprised. He was on a downward spiral for a long time. What can I tell you? Tell me about Sam. I hear you liked him. I did. He made me laugh. No one else seemed to like Sam's jokes, but I did. Did you guys jam? Whoa! Easy, lover. No, it wasn't like that. We were friends. I guess I knew him the best of everyone here. Sorry he's gone. You served Sam the night he died. What do you remember about that night? It was a pretty average night. Regular crowd. As I remember, Sam was drinking with a guy named Armitage. Jake Armitage? Yeah, you know him? Met him. He's a charmer too. I like gingers. Anyway, Jake and Sam were having a few... Well, Jake was having a few. Sam was tossing him back, but good. Eventually he got loud, the way he sometimes did when he mixed drinking and who knows what, and Miss Kubota wanted him ejected. Mr. Chloe wasn't around. Can't remember why. So she asked Jake to do the honors. Jake dragged him out the back into the alley, and that's the last time I saw Sam. He said he got loud. You remember what he was saying? Standard Sam Trek. How he grew up rich and didn't deserve this, how he hated his mother, how he loved his mother. It was pretty pathetic stuff. Did Sam have any enemies? Enemies? That's hard to say. Sam partied hard, and when he did, he ran his mouth off pretty good. Got his ass kicked on more than one occasion. But no, I don't think he had any enemies. At least none that I'm aware of. Where did Sam live? On the streets, mostly. He'd occasionally convince someone to let him flop on their couch, but he'd always overstay his welcome and get kicked out after a few days. Sometimes I'd sneak him down here just so he could crash in one of the bunks. He used one the night before I saw him last. How bad was his drinking? If it was just the drinking, it would have been bad. But Sam wasn't the monogamous type. Magnanimous type, ugh. He dabbled in everything: booze, chips, drugs. He loved the nitro, whenever he could get his hands on. It wasn't always like he was like that, but once he got sick, he started using more and more stuff to try and forget about it. Sam was sick. Dying. Didn't you know? Yeah, everyone could tell. You could just look at him and see he was a walking corpse. It had been the drinking. Then he disappeared for a while and one day came back all better. Looked good even. Did he say how he got better? He said his mom helped him out. Never said how, though. Thanks, Coyote. Now I need you two to do something for me. What do you need, babe? I need you to talk to Mr. Delilah for me about the Royal Run. He's usually upstairs. Tell him I didn't get the gem. Maybe I can take another run at it when I recover. I will. I got the gems. I'm Dr. Castle. I understand you were instrumental in bringing Coyote back to us. Thank you for that. And I suppose you were the one who patched her up. Impressive work. Thank you. It's a shame she wouldn't let me repair her face, though. I can tell you're surprised to find a full-service medbay under a dive bar in a slum. Don't be. This is a Shadowrunner bar, after all. For a purveyor of cyberware and trauma kits, there is no better place to set up a practice. I patch runners up, install and maintain the cyberware, provide medical supplies for their runs. I may not be as mobile as Duck Wagon, but I'm the next best thing. Can I help you with anything? And she's a shaman. Tell me more about trauma kits. I'm not going to read these because it's just tutorial, but... I see shamanic fetishes. You shaman too? While modern medical technologies make surgery less disruptive than it used to be, it's still an ordeal for both the body and the spirit, requiring extensive recuperation to properly heal. I am trained in the ways of the spirit world as well as the scientific world. I do my best to heal the whole patient. And who's that on your shoulder? This little guy supports the healing rituals I perform on my patients after surgery, dramatically reducing their recovery time. Not standard procedure, of course, but the results speak for themselves. He's actually on her shoulder in the game model. I just noticed that. Seems like a homie. Alright. I don't know where Paco is. I don't know where he went. Seems like we're going to be spending a lot of time at the Seamstress Union. Oh, there he is. Oh, Paca's there. What do you want? Mr. Delilah? We have business to discuss. What business? I got no business with you. We're with Coyote. She's indisposed at the moment. Why didn't you say so? Coyote is late and my client is getting anxious. Where is she? Downstairs, trying on a new arm. Your run went south for her. No kidding? Well, she's tough. She'll pull through. So are you two. It's Coyote's boyfriend Paco, and I'm Fandrax. What is this, a romance trid? I don't give a crap about boyfriends. Where's the stones? That's the one. Alright, you done good, but you're late. Coyote knows that in this case, late equals no payment. But I'm feeling magnanimous tonight, so you guys can keep the rest of the gems as your reward. Deal? Listen, you look like the sort of man who might run a crew of your own one day. Might need a little talent. When that happens, you come to me. I'll set you up. Looks like you impressed him. I know a fence for those gems. Van Goss, follow me. I haven't been able to decide on a voice for Paco. I'm like workshopping one live. I'm Van Gross. Make it quick. Biz is good. Talk to me. I can see you're a busy man. That's right, and so I wouldn't bother you if I had come into possession of these rare stones. Rare stones, huh? Let's see these rare stones. Where'd you get this, Drek? A gumball machine? I'll give you 1,000 for him. I'll think about it. Suit yourself. I'm gonna think about it for a reason. Because I have 14 karma points that need to be spent. And I think I'm just about to drop another point into charisma. If you don't mind. Okay. Increases to hit. Ready to unload those stones? Yep. Oh, damn it. Alright, whatever. Fine. If I had known, whatever. It's fine. He gave me 1,000 for it. I'll live. Kubota, what's going on? How else may I be of service? Where's Mr. Delilah tonight? Yes, Mr. Delilah is in the back bar. That's usually where he does business. You mentioned Coyote's crusade. What is it? Coyote grew up in the Royale, but managed to escape that life. However, her cousin was apparently not so lucky. He came to town about a year ago and fell in with the wrong circle. He was introduced to sim chips and became addicted to BTLs. Coyote has been tearing her way through chip houses for months now, searching for him and acting as a one-woman cleanup crew. If you don't mind, how'd you get involved in all this? I'm a former runner. Now I provide a safe haven and a marketplace for runners who need a trustworthy place to congregate and do business. Any Johnson or fixers here tonight? In addition to Mr. Delilah, you may wish to speak to Von Grass. He is often side-stage. Von Grass is most often a receiver of fond articles, but he occasionally has work. I'll be going now. Alright, well I guess we should go talk to Coyote. Wyvern's Tooth. Oh man, it did give me the option to play chopsticks again. You're back. I think the highlights of the Wolves game will be on soon. Want to take a load off and watch with me? I found something in the bunk Sam was using. Yeah? Great. What is it? A photo. You know Sam had a twin sister? Yeah, I did. He mentioned her once or twice. It didn't sound like they got along all that well. He was rambling on about her the last time I saw him. By that point, he was completely gone. I really couldn't follow what he was saying, but he sounded miserable. Oh, God. Officer Aguirre, what a pleasure to hear from you. Yeah, we're buddies. Let's go dancing soon. Listen, the Ripper got another one. The victim worked at the NTSB investigations facility down in the docks. You owe me for this. Put it on my tab. You there now? Better get here quick, before McCluskey arrives. Another Ripper murder? Where? The docks. I've gotta go. Okay, listen. I want to help. You dragged me out of the Royale before something bad happened. Worse than getting my arm torn off. And Sam was my friend. You head to the docks, and I'll see if I can track down Sam's sister, Jessica. She might just be able to help us. See you when I get back. I assume Paco won't be coming with me. But I think he's conveniently been removed from the party. Well, what do you know? Conveniently removed from the party. It might have told me, I might have missed it. Leaving the Seamstress Union behind, you head to the docks. The Ripper killed Sam, and maybe he or she slipped up with his latest victim, left some useful evidence. Only one way to find out. South Seattle's your typical industrial area. Grit, grime, and gray. The rain doesn't help matters any. Layers of dirt mixed with abandoned wooden pallets, repurposed into makeshift furniture for the day workers. Garbage collects in the gutters of the broken down street. Disreputable is this district's middle name. Your destination, the National Transportation Safety Board warehouse, is located on a small strip of dock towards the less maintained end of the warehouse. Despite the presence of those who linger in such places, it's quiet as you approach the gate. What are you up to? Hey, you looking for a good time? Know anything about the NTSB? Yeah, the bums around here have been stealing old crap from that place for years. Not worth my time, though. Alright. Halt. Hey, you're about to trespass on corporate property. You looking to get dusted, street scum? Officer Aguirre called me in. Needs me to rule out if the killer bypassed security or if they were let in. Of course. I'll open the gate. Aguirre is just inside the warehouse. Definitely no holes in our security here. Tip-top shape. Something tells me I shouldn't be snooping around this place. But I'm going to. Inside, the large gray warehouse is as typical as the outside. High ceilings adorned with girders and rickety catwalks top a huge utilitarian floor. Concrete and steel walls meet a concrete floor. This is a place for storing things and nothing more. Despite the quiet on the outside, the inside is a hornet's nest of Lone Star officers going about their business. In the center of the activity is the Emerald City Ripper's latest victim. With uniforms everywhere, no one stops you at the door. It seems this case hasn't leaked to the press, yet. Lone Star, no, you've got a job to do. Dresden. What's up, Aguirre? Took your sweet time, didn't you? You know the traffic these days? Fill me in. We had time to go over the evidence while you were en route. Turns out this might not be a Ripper murder after all. I left the computer on in the office over there if you want to see it for yourself. The victim worked here at the NTSB warehouse as a black box researcher. NTSB? The National Transportation Safety Board. This warehouse is used to go over the wreckage from plane crashes to try and determine what happened. The Vic was in charge of their highest priority investigation at the moment. We've gone through the victim's computer and his case notes indicate he was selling secrets. Idiot kept records. Scientists don't make good criminals. Tell me about it. Some runner like you probably offed him to cover up his corp master's involvement and tried to make it look like a Ripper killing. He has the office key. Check it out for yourself if you want. You're not a cop. I'm independent. What's your relationship with the dead man? He's my brother. I've been trying to speak with him, but I'm afraid his spirit is too disoriented by his recent journey to answer me. You're a shaman? Yes, for all the good it's doing me. If I could just make contact, I might be able to deliver justice and allow my brother's spirit to rest. Were there any other witnesses? Not as far as I can tell. Not among the living, anyway. My brother's spirit might not be alone here this night. Yes, there are others. Other spirits who may be of help. But I can't do it alone. What do you need? The warehouse contains the spirits of a plane crash victims trapped between worlds. They wish to help. They wish to be heard. And I think they have something to say about my brother's murder. Lone Star won't let me in there. But you seem to have a run of the place. If you can find personal items that belong to the victims, I believe I can summon the spirit to speak with us. I need at least 2 such objects. Can you find them for me? This better pay off. Dresden.
Vandrax, surprised to see you here. Let me guess, Officer Aguirre tipped you off? Suppose you must have made an impression on him at the market yesterday. Or your cred stick did at any rate. Anyway, hey, surprise. We've got another Ripper victim on our hands.
So what's the story with this one?
The victim's male, mixed with Native American descent, age 28. Based on the condition of his body, it looks like he was killed around 2 in the morning. Cause of death? Unknown. Several internal organs were removed from the body after death, quite gruesomely. Not sure if the killer even knew what they wanted before they started cutting. Not much else to say, really. He does have a lot of pre-existing scar tissue, so he probably had major surgery at one point in recent history. Unfortunately, whether the organ's gone, I can't determine the nature of his surgery.
Any idea which organ the Ripper was after this time?
Well, the killer definitely took the lungs. The more I look at it, though, the other organs may just be eviscerated within the chest cavity.
Is McCluskey getting any closer to a suspect?
McCluskey couldn't find his ass with both hands. Don't tell him I said that, though.
How's Officer Aguirre doing on the case? He seems to be a real go-getter.
Aguirre would love to solve it before McCluskey and get his gold detective shield. Plus, he'd love to see McCluskey suck it up in front of his superiors. He's already tried to bribe me to keep information from McCluskey and slip it to him. I'm inspired by their tireless pursuit of justice.
Did you take the money?
Do you have any idea how much this job pays these days, sir? I don't think Aguirre's offer salary is going to do much to seduce me into helping him.
Seems like the Ripper is taking a different trophy from each victim. Sam's liver, this guy's lungs. Any theory?
Sorry, I don't do theories. I'm just a scientist who happens to prefer dead people. However, while there was massive damage to the chest cavity, I can see that the victim's lungs were transplants, which is interesting, since another victim's missing heart was also transplant. Granted, modern medicine has made organ transplants relatively easy, but it is a odd coincidence. But as a scientist, it's just that, a coincidence. This is only the 3rd body I've personally examined. One of our other branch managers handled the other 2. If I find more of the victims had organ transplants, I'll let you know.
Who's that woman over there?
No clue. She just showed up. Next of kin, I think.
I'm going to take a look around.
Good luck out there.
Okay, so the victims are having transplant organs removed from them. That woman had a transplant organ removed. Her eyes were transplant. This man had transplant lungs. That was removed. Sam was sick because his liver was failing, because he couldn't stop drinking and boozing and doing drugs and whatever. He got a liver transplant. His mother probably bought it for him. Right? So, this person is taking transplant organs from his victims. Okay. 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 Alright, so the crash was set up for a payday. Question is, who set it up? Locked doors. Burnished steel from the shape of a small salmon. Yeah, I'm not above taking that cred stick. Won't take Sam's, but... Alright, well that is where I'm going to end this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.